There are many places you can get chicken for your flock, but a local farm would be the last place I would go. Instead, you should always get your chicken from a hatchery. I know it is an unusual claim to make, but give me a couple minutes of your time and I will explain exactly why. Hello, chicken. How are you guys doing? I think the place is getting dirty. It's about time I clean it up. It took me a long time to decide to make that video, because to be honest, I don't want to put any farm or farmer in a bad light, because I know how much hard work and effort it takes to run a farm. Because at the end of the day, I am a farmer myself. But on the other hand, I had two back-to-back experiences, one worse than the other, dealing with the local farms. And I can't just brush off what actually happened. Chickens were the first animals we got to our farm. We moved in here on July 1st, 2018, and by the beginning of the August, we already had chickens. Bubbly water. Looking back, it was probably a mistake that we rushed so fast. We should have settled in, wait a little bit of time, maybe a year, and only then get animals for the farm. But we both, me and my wife, if we want something, we can get pretty stubborn. Back then, I didn't know much about chicken or farming in general. But living in a rural area and around farms, it made complete sense to get my first chickens from a local farm. Which brings me to my first horror story. Let me just sit on a lawnmower and I will tell you all about it. There is a local Mennonite farm not far from me, about 7 miles in that direction. They have a farm produce stand and a huge chicken tractor right beside it, full of chicken. Easily a couple hundred of chicken. So one of those times when I passed the place, I decided to stop by and ask about chicken. I end up talking to an older gentleman and basically tell him that me and my wife, we just bought the place. We're looking to do some farming. We new to everything. And we're looking to get some chicken for the eggs. And I point to the chicken tractor and ask him if he can sell me 10 chickens and 1 rooster. He takes a moment, looks at me, and tells me that the chicken in the chicken tractor are not for sale, but he has a 5-year-old chicken back in the barn, and if I really want, he can do me a favor. Yes, he actually said he can do me a favor and sell me them for a price of $25. It's been 7 years, but I still can't believe he actually told me that. 5-year-old chicken will not lay eggs, or will lay them very irregularly, and if at all. On top of it, that chicken is so old you can't even make a soup from it, because meat will be that rough. But the other thing is, back then, 1-year-old chicken that lays egg costed $10. I'm talking Canadian dollars here. So not only he wanted to sell me something that will not lay eggs, but he wanted to sell it at the price that is nowhere near what it actually cost. I was speechless. I just stood there with a silly smile, wished him a good day, and left. As far as my concern, there was nothing else to talk about. I don't know if I was too experienced, if I looked too eager, or too new to everything, but it was obvious he wanted to take advantage of the situation, big time. But remember how I told you that me and my wife can be pretty stubborn. So we're still looking for the chickens, and we're still looking to get them from a local farm. A couple days go by, and we find a local farm, a Facebook page for a local farm that sells laying eggs chicken, and we decide to give them a call. During the call, I end up talking to a lady, and she basically tells me, yes, I got the chickens, 1-year-old, white sex links. They lay eggs every day, every chicken, healthy, look good, and basically she is willing to sell them to me for a price of $10. Sounds good, right? Well, wrong. Anyways, me and my wife get excited and decide not to wait and get chickens from that lady the very next day. Now, imagine a big yard, split in sections, full of chickens. And all the sections have a good chickens, except for one. That one section has a chickens that look horrible. They look like they didn't get water or food for a long, long, long time. We're talking missing half the feathers, skin exposed, skinny, skinny chicken, barely walking. And guess which chickens she wanted to sell to us? If you guessed the bad ones, you're absolutely right. They looked horrible. But I guess I was desperate and tired of looking for chickens, and like an idiot, I ended up buying chickens from her. Which brings me to my main point. Unless you know farmer personally, always, always get your chicken from the hatchery. There's at least 3 benefits of getting chickens from the hatchery. First of all, it will almost always be cheaper buying chickens from hatcheries than buying them from somebody in person. Second, you know exactly what you are getting. There are no surprises and nothing like that. You can order your chicken, let's say, sometime in February to get them sometime in May or June, and you know exactly how much you're going to pay and what exactly you're going to get. Finally, you're getting chicken that are fully vaccinated, healthy, and set for a good and productive life. It is really a good deal all around, which is why you should always get your chicken from hatcheries. It is really the best place to get them. After that bad experience, I never bought a single chicken from somebody but hatchery. Now, if you wonder about what happened to those chickens that I got from her, I brought them home, put them in the chicken coop, gave them as much water and as much feed as they wanted to eat or drink, and about months later, they recovered. The feathers grew back, they started laying eggs, and I guess in the whole story that she told me over the phone, the only thing that was true is that they were 1 year old, because they recovered real fast. So yes, always get your chicken from the place you can actually trust, which most of the time will be hatcheries. By the way, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please click like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the whole situation and if you experienced anything like that yourself. And I will talk to you very soon.